Why the Quran has never been revised or updated.
All right, let's check it out.
The Quran you see today is the exact same Quran from 1400 years ago. No rewrites, no edits, no revised editions, not even a Quran 2.0.
Yeah, that's simply just not true. This is the Sanaa manuscript that was found in like the 1970s. And if you look closely, what you can see is there's actually a layer of text underneath the text that was erased and then written over. And we know historically that Uthman actually burned a bunch of variants of different Quranic texts in order to try to standardize the Quran. But the layer underneath the top layer does not fall under the Uthmanic standardization because the Quran was being revised as it was developed over time. And this is all open information on the internet. Anyone can look into this. I'm not going to go fully into it for the sake of time, but I mean, there's double digit textual variants in this thing.
That's because Muslims believe it is the literal word of God revealed to the Prophet Muhammad and preserved without alteration, while other texts have multiple versions, interpretations, and missing pieces. The Quran was memorized in its entirety by followers, then written down within years of the Prophet's death, and it's still memorized today, by millions, word for word, across continents, languages, and cultures. That's not tradition, that's preservation by design.
So there actually is different versions of the Quran throughout the world in Arabic. On the left side of this chart, you can see here's 10 of them, and then it's kind of laid out in the transmitters, and then just different areas in which they're being used. So here's an example of two different Qurans, the Hafs and the Warsh, and they have all types of different variants between them. There's a list here in the middle. Well, let's look at some of them. So here's just where wording gets different. I'll look at one or two. The first one, Allah is the self-sufficient, and then Allah the self-sufficient, and Hassan too. So there's extra words being added in. And then there's different pronunciation differences, right? We give mercy, he gives mercy, you in the plural say, they say. There's a whole list of them. Then you have vowel differences between the two, which affects the meaning of the phrase, right? You have the owner of the day, or the king of the day, or they deceive, or they seek to deceive, or they lie, or they were lied to. Here's a shot at the rest of them. And a Muslim may try to clap back and say, well, that doesn't change the overall meaning of the Quran, and to which I would say, yeah, that's probably true. The problem is that the claim is it's perfectly preserved because it's the Word of God, but it's not perfectly preserved. This is not an argument for it being the Word of God because there are different Qurans and there are different textual variants within them. Full stop. My hope is that Muslims would see this video to see that what they're hearing about the Quran is not true and to present the truth about what the book actually is.